Hello everyone and welcome to another video from the topic of perfect competition. You already have learned about that how a firm can determine its level of output which gives the maximum profit. And there you also have learned the profit maximization condition. In this video I am going to focus on determining the profit and losses by using diagram. And further I will also discuss the shutdown condition in the short run. Let us first try to understand how we can determine graphically the profit or losses which a firm working under the perfect completion can earn in the short run. Because in the long run all the firms they are going to earn normal profit or zero economic profit. So losses and profit are only concerned with the firm's performance in the short run. So here in this diagram we are measuring quantity on the x-axis and revenues, cost and prices on the y-axis. Okay, and you can see that as the firm under the perfect completion is a price taker, so price is given at P1, and this demand curve which is defined by this price is also giving you the information about the marginal revenue and average revenue for this individual firm. In order to so at this given price the perfectly competitive firm has to decide about the level of output, and in order to find out the level of output we need to apply the condition which actually gives us the output level at which the firm can earn maximum profit by equating marginal revenue with marginal cost. And further, you should know that marginal revenue for a perfectly competitive firm is always equals to price. So by just replacing marginal revenue with price, the condition is going to be price equals to the marginal cost. So what we need to equate price with marginal cost. So I am just adding here the marginal cost curve, and you can see that it is intersecting here at this point, and this point actually defines the level of output at which the firm can earn maximum profit. Okay, so what about the total revenue which the firm can earn by selling this output level Q1? It can easily be defined by just calculating the area of this rectangle P1 0 Q1 and then this point. So the total revenue which a firm can earn by selling Q1 is equals to the area of this rectangle. So it is quite easy to calculate total revenue by just calculating the area of this rectangle. Okay, the next step is to determine the cost structure for this firm. So in order to produce this level of output, which is Q1, which is determined by applying this condition, profit maximization condition, the cost to produce this level of output can be defined by adding the cost structure in this diagram. So here is the average total cost, and here we have the average variable cost, and you can see that marginal cost is intersecting the average total cost at its minimum point. Okay, so in order to produce Q1 level of output, how can we define the average total cost? How can we define the total cost? For that, what we have to do, we have to move either from this Q1 level on the average total cost, and then to find out the average total cost, we have to move on the price axis or cost axis. This will gives you the value of the average total cost. Or you can move from this point of intersection on the average total cost and then move on the cost axis or price axis. So the average total cost to produce Q1, it is ATC. And so what is going to be the total cost? The total cost is actually the area of this rectangle, right? This rectangle for which the starting point is ATC, right? Average total cost, average total cost 0 Q1, and then this point here. So by just calculating the area of this rectangle, we will have the total cost. So total cost is basically the area of this red rectangle. Okay, so now you can define graphically the total revenue and then total cost. So it is quite easy to determine the profit which the firm is earning by selling Q1 level of output. It is just we can say it is just the difference a difference of the area between total revenue and total cost. So this is total revenue, right? And out of this total revenue, this total cost, this red area of this red triangle is going to be subtracted. So the remaining total revenue, remaining portion of the total revenue defines the profit which the firm is earning by selling this level of output. And we can either just take the difference between these, the area of which define the total cost and the area that defines the total revenue, or we can directly calculate the profit which a firm is earning. So how can we calculate directly the profit which this individual firm is earning? By just calculating the area of this yellow rectangle. So it is equals to P1, ATC, this point and this. And what is actually the formula to calculate area of the rectangle? It is height to the width. So height is equals to P1 minus average total cost. This is going to be the height, and then Q1 is going to be the width. So total profit is equals to P1 minus ATC into Q1. So this is the way how you can calculate or determine diagrammatically profit which a firm is earning. As this firm is actually this firm's average total cost is actually or total cost is actually lower than the revenues which the firm is earning, so we can say that this firm is earning profit. But one more point you should notice here, that if you look at the average total cost and average variable cost curves, they are lying below this demand curve or below this price line, and that's why we can say that whenever price is higher than the average total cost, the firm is going to earn profit. Let us now have some practice by using numerical values. The output level, which is determined by equating marginal cost and marginal revenue or price, is let us assume that it is 20. Just for the simplification, I am using just small values. Okay, and the price which is given and determined in the market, it is equals to 5. So the revenue which that firm can earn by selling 20 units at a price of 5 is going to be the area of this rectangle. And you know the area of the rectangle is the product of height to the width of that rectangle, and height it is equals to 5 and width it is equals to 20. So the total revenue this firm can have by selling 20 units is equals to 100. Now in order to calculate profit, what we need cost. So in order to determine cost, what we have to do, we have to move from this output level on the average total cost, or we can move from this point on the average total cost. Here is the here we are having average total cost to produce these 20 units of good. So average total cost is let us suppose that it is equals to $3 per unit. So the total cost is actually the area of this rectangle, which is again equals to height into width of this rectangle, red rectangle, and it will gives you a value for the total cost equals to $60. So out of 100, which is total revenue, if we subtract 60, which is total cost, we will have the total profit which this firm is earning. It is equals to 40. And graphically, profit can easily be calculated by calculating the area of this blue or gray rectangle. And again we apply the same formula, height into width, and height of this gray rectangle is equals to P1 minus ATC. So it is equals to 5 minus 3 equals to 2, and the width is 20. So it will gives you a value for profit which is equals to 40, which is same as you have determined by using the difference formula between total revenue and total cost. So I hope that you have understood in a very clear way that how can we calculate profit, total cost, total revenue by using the information given in the graph. Now consider another case for a perfectly competitive firm which is different from the previous one. Here the firm is earning losses instead of profit. The starting point is same, that we start by defining the output level by applying the profit maximization condition, that marginal revenues are equals to the marginal cost, and this will gives us the output level. So the firm can earn total revenues by selling this level of output by at a given price P1. So the total revenue diagrammatically can easily calculate it by taking the area of this yellow rectangle. Now comes to the cost, where what is actually the cost the firm is facing. For that, what we need to have the average total cost, and you can see that average total cost this time lies above this price or demand curve. In order to find out the total cost, what we need to move on the average total cost curve from for this level of output, and this will gives us the average total cost equals to ATC. So the total cost is basically to be the area of this red rectangle, and it is this time it is larger than the area of the total revenue. So this is total revenue, and the whole area and this rectangle, the big rectangle, is defining the total cost. So you can easily calculate the total revenue and total cost, and then you can take the difference. By taking the difference, of course, this time the total revenues are smaller than the total cost, as you can see by the area. So the profit is going to be negative, right, which is actually the equals to the area is gray in color, right? Okay, so these are this is actually the method how you can find out losses, the amount of loss or profit by just looking at the diagram, using the diagram, and it is actually quite easy to understand when you have some numerical values instead of just having ATC or P1. Basically, we can say that total cost is equals to the average total cost, right? P minus average total cost into Q. On the other hand, total revenues are just equals to P, it is equals to the product of price and quantity Q1, right? So these are some small steps by which you can easily determine whether the firm is earning profit or losses. So let us have some numerical values and try to calculate loss which this perfectly competitive firm is facing. The output level here is 20, while the price is given, which is set at a level of $2, and then the average cost is equals to 5. So what we have to do, we have to find out or determine the first the revenue, total revenue, which is the area of this rectangle that starts from 2E 20 and 0. So it is equals to 40, and then the total cost is the area of this. Approximately it looks like a square, but it is equals to 100, and what you have done, you just have multiplied 5 with 20. And then what about the difference between total cost and total revenue? It is equals to minus 60, which means that the firm is facing losses. This is the first method, which is just taking the difference between total revenue and total cost, but we can also find the directly the profit by just calculating the area of this rectangle, this small rectangle, which left after taking the difference between total revenue and total cost. So the area of this small rectangle is height into width. Height is equals to 5 minus 2, which is equals to 3, and then we multiply it with the width, which is 20. So again you will have loss equals to 60. One point you must have to note here that the average total cost, whenever a firm is facing losses, average total cost curve always lies above the demand curve or above the marginal revenue curve. So I hope that now it is very clear that how can we calculate losses and profit for a perfectly competitive firm which has a perfectly elastic demand curve or marginal revenue curve. So basically when we need to determine whether the firm is earning profit or losses, it depends on the average total cost, because prices are given. So the average total cost actually determines whether the firm will earn losses or profit. So further, if you look at this firm, then you can see that when the price is equals to P naught, then that price is actually equals to the average variable cost for this firm. So here the firm, whether it should remain in the business or it should leave the business, it depends on the firm what it will determine. But if the price further go beyond this P naught, then the firm will definitely going to shut down or stop its business. So let us have some concluding remarks. For a perfectly competitive firm, in the short run, profit can be computed, profit or losses can be computed either by taking the difference between total revenue and total cost, or by just comparing the price and the average total cost. by using this formula, P minus average total cost into the total level of output. And whenever we have concluded that whenever the price is greater than the average total cost, then the firm, it means that firm is earning positive economic profit. On the other hand, if the firm, if firm's price, if the price is lower than the average total cost of the firm, then the firm will going to face losses or having negative economic profit. Means that firm's revenues are lower than its cost. On the other hand, if price is exactly equals to the average total cost, then it means that firm is earning zero economic profit, or firm is earning normal profit, or we can say that firm is actually working at its break even point where total cost is equals to the total revenue. I hope that you have understood this topic, that how can we define and determine the profit and losses by applying the profit maximization condition under the perfect competition. If you like this video, then don't forget to give a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. If you further wants to see videos on more economic topics, then you are welcome to comment in the comment section below the video.